Good evening, folks. Yelsraek here for RGLove. And it's time for some FF4. GG's to Empty Eye for goodness knows whatever that was. I appreciate his wherewithal and stick-to-itiveness. But yeah, now we're gonna play some Final Fantasy IV, aka, you know, Final Fantasy II in the US, that sort of thing. Now, how we doing, OJ Machine? How's it going, Lyra? How we doing, Jason? Good to see everybody. So yeah, first thing I'll shout out here is the reason that I'm already on this screen is because, hey Threech, welcome in. The reason I'm already on this screen and not on the title screen is because in the speedrunning world, you can set your encounter seed before starting the timer. And there's a slightly convoluted way to do that. Hey J-Fred, thanks for the good luck. But I have done that. Now what that will accomplish is it will permit me, provided I walk correctly through Baron Castle, it'll permit me to make it all the way to the Mist Dragon without any encounters. Let's go ahead and get started. So yeah, so we are Cecil, the Dark Knight, or Cecil, depending on your preferred pronunciation. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Empty Eye. Let's go. How's it going, Big Mike? But yeah, we are ideally gonna play this entire game and kill the final boss within 3.5 hours. The world record for this particular speedrun is just a shade under 3 hours. So shout outs to Rivers McCown, who has put a tremendous amount of work into this. I mean, actually, just this really strong FF4 speedrunning community as a whole. Not just in the free enterprise, but in the actual vanilla speedruns as well. Because that's what this is. For those that aren't aware, hey Say, thanks for good luck. For those that aren't aware, this is not a randomizer. This is just straight up, you know, good old-fashioned vanilla speedrunning. Everything will be where it's supposed to be. Yeah, well, I mean, starting a timer can sometimes be the most difficult thing to do. So, I don't hold it against you, particularly in a marathon setting. It's like, okay, well, my splits don't really matter, right? Because, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so... Super Rotendo, it definitely took me a while to understand it as well. Oh, look at this, we're on world record pace because the Raven didn't attack first. How's it going, Sir Phobos? Thanks for the let's go. EBC holding it against me as he should. No free rides. But yeah, my PB in this category is 310 and change, but we are not going to get anywhere near that today. Like, I'll try. I'll do my best, and it's not like there are any strats I won't be doing, but I will be doing safety saves as I go. I'm going to be trying to stay on step route as best I can, but obviously if I do a fight wrong, then we will have to revert back to one of the safety saves that I did along the way, and step route will be dead. But, you know, we are definitively trying to do step. There is no grinding in this game except for one fight, which is just very comical in the way that it's executed, to be perfectly honest. I think it's pretty neat. I will say it's very neat, but at the same time, I do find it quite humorous. But we will be going through this entire game only fighting bosses with pretty much, like, bosses and story beat fights with one exception. So it should be a hoot. But right now, you know, we run the Red Wings, and we're doing bad things, and we said, hey, I think we're doing bad things. And the king's like, you're fired. And we're like, what? Yeah, how dare you say we're doing bad things? And Kane's like, hey, he's just speaking the truth, man. And the king's like, yeah, well, you're fired too. But even though you're fired, we have a job for you. And so we have this job of delivering a package to the nearby village of Mist. bring the battle speed and battle message up. And now, grief-stricken from being fired, we're gonna steal a tent. And we're gonna go to bed. In full armor, by the way, because we're so mad. Exactly, Threech, exactly. And I think so, Sir Phobos. I think hopefully we'll figure that out in about an hour or so. So we're getting introduced to some other characters. You know, our girlfriend Rosa came over and talked to us in the hallway there, and now Sid, the engineer, the ubiquitous engineer in every Final Fantasy game, talking to us about how cool the airship is. Oh yeah, I can't mash Y there. I have to actually initiate that conversation. And so for the step route I'm going to take, that is one extra step right there. Walking on the stool that's next to the table does not count as a step. There are screens where, like, clean tiles on the floor count as steps, but, like, if you walk on carpet, it doesn't count. If you walk on a crack in the floor, it doesn't count. That sort of thing. So, the way the seed was set, we were going to get an encounter on the very first step we took if we walked perfectly to bed. But by taking that one extra step, we missed that encounter, and there isn't another one until well after. I mean, basically, spoilers, we're going to reset the console again before we get a non-boss encounter. I've heard that, Super Rotendo. I've heard that that is true, and I will not be taking any further questions about that topic. This absolutely was called Doki Doki Panic in Japan. Yo, Rotor, how we doing? Good to see you. So now we've gotten some sleep. We assume Kane has also gotten some sleep, and he wakes up with a clear head, and he's not even thinking about betraying us ever in this game. And we're off. We figured out that you can hit the bricks. You can just leave. And we left. Nice. Glad to hear you're home. Hope you can relax. That's also true, Jason. And it is indeed Squaresoft. And not Sunsoft. It was actually Squarespace, the company that lets you launch websites for businesses. They did not exist yet, but they lost the license to the Terminator game, and we couldn't name this after a Terminator game. A quick shout out to RGL. I mean, again, RGLove is a marathon where RGL team members are just playing games that they love, and we're here to try to raise money. This money in particular is just to help us continue on providing you with awesome content. This helps cover a variety of costs, because there's a lot of people working really hard in the background for every event that you see. So thank you, Jason, for the donate link. If you got anything that you can contribute, we would greatly appreciate it. Billy Mays here for Squarespace. I'm gonna yell. My caps lock is stuck on. Yo, Sir Phobos, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub and for the 6 months of support for RGL TV. Really do appreciate it. Okay. Now it is time to walk. We're gonna walk over here to the Chocobo Forest. We are going to collect a carrot and a Chocobo. If things go exceedingly well, a little under an hour from now, I can use that carrot. Is unlikely, though, but I will try. So we take the Chocobo to the cave entrance. Chocobo steps do not count on the step counter. And yeah, we're just gonna walk through the mist cave. That's all we're gonna do. Just walk through. I don't think there are any monsters in here. I've never seen any myself, but Yep, no monsters, except for whatever's talking to us here. First boss, Mist Dragon. I try to get 7 attacks in here before the mist phase. Looks like we will. Sometimes when I'm practicing this, I don't get all the attacks, and I've never understood why. But now what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait for a musical cue to tell us when to jump with Cain, and then during the dialogue, we're gonna set up a couple of things. Gonna do some menuing, and I'm also gonna set up a dupe. Oh gosh, I was so slow. I mean, I did technically do it during the text box, but I was supposed to send Cain up into the air a lot sooner than that. That's okay, though. And from here, we should just be able to hold A. Only a tiny bit worried that we're not going to do enough damage to kill the dragon before it turns to mist again. Okay, good. We're fine. Mist Dragon down. So now, what we've done is we've set up a duplication on Cecil's shield. I'm going to turn around right there for reasons. And now Cecil has 5 in his left hand. Just 5. That's part of the duplication effort. Ideally, you will see what happens with that 5 in a moment. We equipped and unequipped the shadow shield off of that 5. Now we have nothing there. We're going to save. And we're going to turn the console off. You can do this with a soft reset or a hard reset, but I am going to attempt to hit a specific encounter seed on the reset. And we'll see. So now we load up and we're on the town, and we get to walk into the back of town. Which doesn't seem right. Everything seems fine here. Nothing seems to be on fire or anything like that. That's good. I'm gonna do this shop, but I need some money. So I'm gonna sell 1 nothing for 6.5 million gold. And then I'm gonna buy some dancing daggers. Yes, rip the power. Rip the power. The purpose of the hard reset there is, I believe it has to do with like SRAM in the cartridge that lingers even when the console is turned all the way off, and it certainly lingers through a soft reset that can impact the encounter seed that you're trying to manipulate. So every console is different. I think I can get a fixed encounter seed if I turn my console off for 8 seconds. But because it's a 3+ hour run, and I don't actually care about like 2 seconds, I go a full 10 seconds before I turn it off. Or turn it back on again, rather. Like IT. I turn it off and on again. Okay, so we won't know what the encounter seed is until after we burn the Mist Village to the ground. OJ, I've always said that true any percent is how long it takes you to take the cartridge out of the console and throw the console in the trash. Not the console, the cartridge. I keep mixing up those C words. True any percent is how long it takes you to remove the cartridge from the console and throw the cartridge in the trash. So we'll do a little bit of menuing here. Just try a lot of this speed run. I try to put it on a rail for my own benefit, because you can lose a lot of time in menus. So it behooves me to be very careful about where items are in my inventory. Because then, as long as I'm careful and consistent there, whenever I do shopping to buy things, when I buy things, they go into the exact same spots. And so I know where everything is, which makes equipping faster and all that stuff. Okay, time to find out what encounter seed we've got. Okay. Okay. We have encounter seed number 40. That's fine. Was aiming for seed 43. But yeah. 40 it is. 40 is fine. Let me get my notes all set here. Yeah, exactly, Lyra. Yeah. E.T. Shaq Fu. Absolutely, you just turn them off. No offense, Doja. Ryu, this is the SNES version. I'm playing this on SNES with an original... Oops, nope. Nope. I'm playing this on a SNES with the original FF2 cartridge. Not offended, just disappointed, but in yourself, not in not in us. So the guards have come for Rydia, who we saved from the village that we destroyed, destroying her mother with it. And then she was kind of mad at us for, you know, destroying the village and killing her mom. But we defended her from some guards, so now she's fine. No trauma at all. Everything should be good. Let's go. So, whoops. I don't know if those steps matter. I guess we'll see. I could probably find out too. Rosa, we find Rosa here and she's hurt and we don't know why. But she's like, don't leave, and we're like, okay, cool. And then we immediately leave. Again, are we the baddies? I think so. We walk to the right as we leave, so that we don't spend an extra step there. Like, we don't spend an extra step on the world map, that is. Okay, cool. It looks like the steps do not matter in that room, which is good. Yeah, we're still, we didn't ruin it by walking weird in the inn. That's a good thing. Encounters are working out so far. Now we meet an old man. He's like, hi, I'm Tella. And we're like, that's cool. I guess you should come with us. Yeah, so step 2. So 1, 2. Yeah. Yep, we're on step. That's fine. So now we're going to travel through this cave here. Trying to be careful to only take the required steps. You can't actually go between that rock and that wall, weirdly enough. It looks like you can, but you can't. And we will only go out of our way to grab one chest. So, apologies to completionists and randomizer players alike. We are going to be walking past a whole lot of treasure chests. And Tella's going to teach us how save points work. And for the speedrun, this would be the only one we ever use, but for this particular run, I'm going to try to be a bit more careful and save places. Very wise. He talks about his daughter Anna, who he's looking for. Well, let's go. We're all rested. Okay, so here, you're going to see the first instance of us taking extra steps to progress the step route in an effective way. So, 2, 4, 6, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 7, so 17. 8, 20, 2, 4, 6. Giving us that last encounter on that step. Sometimes you just have to trust the spreadsheet here. Like, I've seen it when you go off step, it can get kind of gnarly. And a lot of it has to do with, like, the gnarliness is not necessarily have to do with, like, some really bad encounters. A lot of it has to do with the number of encounters that you take. Because if you get off of step by, like, taking extra steps where you're not supposed to, you can take fewer later on, but you may find that you kind of, like, the step counter being off by a few steps causes you to just take an extra encounter somewhere where you weren't supposed to. And now you'll get back on step, and you'll still get encounters on the steps you're supposed to, but the formations will be different because you will have had an extra encounter in between. And that becomes very important at, like, the 2.5 hour mark when you need a specific encounter to appear. And then it doesn't. Coming up on the next boss here, this is going to be Octomam. Octomam is the fastest enemy in the entire game at the start of this fight. It gets slower as you remove the tentacles. Which get removed as it gets hit. You're going to see the real tank, the real DPS in the party is actually Rydia, with that dancing dagger. Rydia took a really big hit and keeps getting targeted, so we're gonna chuck a cure in here. I don't want her to die at all if we can help it. She's got the tiara on for extra defense, but she is level 1. So the maximum hit that she can take is 18 points of damage, which is a lot when your maximum HP is only 30. So you can see every couple of hits here, we are removing tentacles. And now as it transitions from 3 to 2, we're going to get a text box or two, which gives us an opportunity to do some free inventory management. Again, another safety cure because Rydia's under 19 health. Gonna have him tell up Harry. His damage rolls are so weak There's actually higher level speedrun strats to try to shave some seconds off of this fight. Once you get Octomam down to 2 tentacles, you actually have Tella cast stop on himself so that you don't have to waste time parrying his turns. Gonna do a little bit of management here. To get folks in the proper spots. Oh, mode 7. What a mode 7 that was. So we were coming to this Castle of Damcyan, but the Red Wings got there first. A few extra steps in here. 2, 4. And then we'll go this way. And then everybody's favorite section of the game. That's right. It's Spoony Bard time. Some random bard. New Spoony Bard! Shut up. When you're mad, you can do anything, Jason. This is a roll call here. Edward, Anna, Tella, Anna, Anna. They're not very good at roll calls. And Tella's like, the heck with this, I'm out. And there you go. One-handed yeet of a warrior. And Anna dies right in front of Edward. And Rydia, who again has not suffered any trauma at all, calls Edward a crybaby. Cecil doesn't help by smacking him upside the head and then asking for help. And Ed's like, okay, I just lost somebody, but I don't want you to lose somebody too. We can go and get the Sand Ruby to help Rosa out. And we're like, cool. Sounds good. And you can tell that Anna dies for real because she blinks into non-existence. That's how you know it's real. Also, Ed has a hovercraft. He's got the sweet hookups. Now we're going into the Antlion Cave. Within the Antlion Cave, we will be grabbing the Safety Life Potion. Because we don't have any healers, and we don't have any healing. But we do kind of need Rydia and Ed to get experience from this Antlion fight. Make them a bit sturdier for the next boss fight. The cool thing about the Antlion boss fight is that primarily, his most devastating attacks are counters to physicals. And throwing the dagger at him does not count as a physical. So, Rydia and Ed from the back row, who can throw daggers, they're gonna do all the work. Cecil's just gonna kind of hang out. But we needed the life potion in case we got like a back attack or surprise attack on the way, which we didn't. Hooray! And Ed's like, the Antlion's cool with me, it's all good. It's like, what the frick? And we're like, what the frick? To do a little bit of inventory management as we go, give Ed a dagger, and then it's just dagger time. Goodbye, Antlion. And we got the Sand Ruby, hooray! Part of the reason that we did the inventory management was so the Sand Ruby would go into the first slot. That way when we go back to Kaipo to save Rosa, we can just kind of mash once we get to the bed. Just be like, here's the thing. Yeah, so now we walk back out. Seems legit. Now we get back into the hovercraft and take it all the way back to Kaipo. Past the ruins of Damsian. This time we'll park out on the left-hand side of town. Now we walk right in, right back to where we found Rosa in the first place. Take this Sand Ruby. Now Rose is like, oh my gosh, that Baron is actually a really bad place and I got hurt and I tried to get away and we have to do something. I don't know the story. We're gonna go to a mountain next, but I don't remember why. But first, Edward has to have his special cutscene. Now, without the Mist clip, which is where we clipped through the Mist Village and got the dancing daggers, this fight here, I believe, wouldn't necessarily be a free fight, just like a story fight. Actually, I think that's not entirely true, because I think your hit chance really does have some dependency on what slot you're in the 5-person party. And we put Edward right smack in the middle, which I believe gives the highest chance. So even if he still had his harp equipped, he should be able to land 3 hits with the harp. But out of position, without that knowledge, this used to actually be a run-killing segment because he would keep missing with the harp. And the story beat here is he just has to hit the water hag 3 times. This water hag has like tens of thousands of hit points. It's not meant to be killed in the cutscene so much as like there's just a death trigger when it gets hit 3 times. Thank you, Lyra, for pointing that out. There are a fair amount of flashity lights in this game I probably should have mentioned, as is the case with most retro games from the NES, SNES era. They love to flash. Not in that way, but equally painful for those certain folks. Toad coming in hot with that raid. Welcome in everyone from Toad's stream. My name is Yelsraek and I've lost my marbles, so I'm playing FF4 for RGLove instead. How's your stream, Toad? Thanks so much for the raid. Toad has one of the best FF4 related clips on their Twitch stream. FYI. I think it's the one with the most views as well. But you need to pull your headphones slightly away from your ears before you click on it. Alright, back in the hovercraft we go. Yeah, big volume warning on that one. Okay, so far this run's going fine. Although I will admit that I just happened to neglect to take a safety save before Mom Bomb. I would say that Mom Bomb is fairly safe from being like a run killer. It can just complicate things if Ed dies during the fight. Also here, Rydia, totally not traumatized by fire like 20 minutes ago. Somehow casting a fire spell despite not knowing it, and then learning it after casting it. Because we need you. Hell, I need you. I'm a mess without you. You get the idea. So, up we go, Mount Hobbs, to our next boss fight. Well, that's not good. Okay, that's fine. That is a-okay, and that is the last encounter before Mom Bomb, so we will take advantage of the fact that we have a healer and heal up Ed. Take the step, take the step. Okay. And we see some shenanigans going on over here as a karate man destroys imps. Or I'm sorry, imp captains. Gonna take a moment to open this monster. Strawberry dreams. Okay. Killed the imps, but then this bomb's coming at him. We're like, hey, we'll help you. We'll help you here. Exploding! And that's why we needed them to level up a little bit. $32 top left. That's good. If enough damage is done to some of the red bombs by the kick, then Rosa can kill one of them with her bow. Waiting for the attack. Don't attack Ed. That's good. I'm alright with that. Alright, nice. Yo, Manticore coming in hot with that raid. Welcome in everyone from Manticore's stream. My name is Yelsraek and I have lost my marbles, so I'm playing FF4 for RGLove instead. Manticore, how was your stream? What were you up to? Thanks for bringing your folks over to RGLove. So we helped Yang defeat Mom Bomb, so Yang decides to join us. And we're off. Walking down the mountain. With very little health. But that's okay, because all we need to do is get to the next castle without everybody dying, and it's fine. We have to get to Fabul, where Yang is from. And I will try my best to remember to do a safety save outside of Febul, because the next gauntlet of fights that are required can be a bit tenuous. There we go. So here, the King of Febul is like, the Red Wings, they're coming. We must defend our crystal. By the way, the Red Wings are collecting crystals. And so we're like, we'll help you. And then Rosa and Riddy are like, hey, do you want any, like, magic and healing and stuff? And Cecil, living in the Stone Age, is like, nah, you women stay behind. Unbelievable. It becomes a theme as well. So you'll see a can't run pop up periodically during like in certain specific instances of these fights. That is me intentionally doing a run buffer to mess with the ATB a little bit, to try to get more turns for my team members before like just to reduce the number of attacks that we get. Too early. Cecil will attack the Water Hag because it's weak to his Darkness Sword, but of course, that doesn't matter, because damage rolls stink. Take that, Cecil. Wow, 2 attacks. It's feisty. Good grief. They're not the ones we're worried about, though. It's the guards we're worried about, more so, because they can darn near put Edward into critical condition with 1 hit. Which is really bad because as a story feature, Edward is a coward. So if he gets to critical HP, he hides and you can't use him anymore. And he's our primary source of offense right now. So that'd be very bad. And that's what's so tenuous about this gauntlet of fights. Also, shoutouts to Gauntlet. You have to survive 6 fights with no healing. Because we didn't buy anything that could be used for healing. Ain't nobody got time for that. If I did have to use my life potion for inventory management purposes, I could, during this fight, bring the Dreamer Harp back up to take the place of the life potion in the inventory, so that as I buy things, they don't all get all messed up. See, I even have a plan for when things go wrong. That's the important bit. Nah, well, that's not the kind of going wrong that I was thinking about. Everybody is attacking Cecil, which is interesting. Nice crit. I do hope I get this run buffer. I really don't want Cecil to die. I don't really know what that does to my experience routing if he dies in this section. Just don't hit Cecil, please. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Alright, cool. Good. Generals are cowards as well, so we'll wave at him. One coward recognizing another coward, Edward waves at the general as he runs away. And yeah, so now we're here. We've been pushed all the way back to the crystal room, and we're keeping it safe, we're guarding it, and then now the 7th encounter is Kane. And we're like, dude, we thought you died. And he's like, I'ma kill you. I'm like, what? Dude, what is the deal? For speedrun purposes, we want ourselves to die fast, so yeah, we want to get into critical HP before more story goes through. Alright. Rosa tries to come in and try to fix things. Talk some sense into Kane. And then the leitmotif for Golbez plays, which means Golbez must show up. And then Golbez goes, ha! And injures 2 people with his laughter. This also becomes a theme. Rosa's like, don't listen to him, and Golbez, shoutouts to Vor. Never mind. Rosa's gone. We don't know what happened to Rosa. Just kind of got enveloped there. And Kane was like, he looks at Cecil on the ground, alive but in trouble, and he goes, "You're getting off light." And he walks out with the crystal. And Rydia, who only knows black magic, casts Cure. That's the second spell that she doesn't know that she's cast. Shoutouts to Rydia for her versatility. And now, again, no trauma. And she sees 3 grown men looking all sad. And she's like, come on, get with the program. So for step routing purposes, we want to take the fewest number of steps possible, so we walked across the carpet there. Steps don't count, so we're going to take 2 steps on the steps there, and then we're going to walk straight up to the counter, because walking along the counter also doesn't count as steps. And the king thanks us for our efforts, even though we failed. Walk 2 steps on the carpet, and we go, Rydia, for no reason at all, I need that tiara now. Like, we don't think anything bad's gonna happen to you. I just need the tiara. We'll talk later. It'll be fine. Yeah, just shoved into the shoulder pads. And they are magnificent shoulder pads. Alright, now we leave Fabul. They have arranged for us to take a ship back to Baron. But first to fight. Yo, thanks, Tella. I learned it from my musician friends. I think in particular, shoutouts to Noise Police for explaining leitmotifs. Not necessarily to me, but just in general during one of his streams. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm gonna use that in a speedrun. Okay, so we're headed back to Baron. Just a nice and easy boat trip. Don't anticipate any surprises here. Just cruising, and all of a sudden... What? There's all this open sea around that circle. Can't we just go around it? But the sailors are transfixed. It's Leviathan! dude is huge. The captain's like, cool down, chill out. And the sailors are like, nah. Or like they did for a moment. And then Rydia gets knocked overboard. And then Cecil, for some reason, pushes Yang overboard. Hashtag Yang was pushed. Thank you, Sir Phobos. And the ship gets sucked in. At some non-distinct point in the future. Thank you, Jason. Cecil awakens. Alone. On a random shore. And at the beginning of the run, we were mashing through a story where we were like beaten up on wizards and taking their crystal. Yeah, this is that town. They don't like us very much here, but they'll still let us buy stuff. Yeah, do a little shopping. Also, boop boop. Shoutouts to Rivers McCown. Best song in the game. Boop boop. Little bit of careful shopping. My PB was half a year ago, and I've done lots of practicing since then, but I've only really done like one attempt since then. So. I feel good about a lot of the fights, but you know, when it comes to certain shops and menus, you may see me go a bit more carefully than you may normally expect in a speedrun. Hey, man! Ooh, I heard the note of shame. My mashing was not clean. We heard the high note of shame. So yeah, so the Elder is like, yeah, we remember you. You're a piece of crap. Here, take these two 6-year-olds with you to Mount Ordeals. Yes, they are 6-year-olds. And yes, there is a mountain literally called Mount Ordeals. And boy, do we have an ordeal to sort out. We don't know it yet. I think this might be the seed that Rivers got for his RPG Limit Break run, because I remember him making a joke about meeting the Baltimore Ravens offensive line, as he got 4 straight Raven encounters and named them after the linemen. Maybe it was a defensive line, because it was 4. Defensive line would make more sense. Exactly, Mecha. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Safety save. And a surprise attack. Hit Porum. Nice. I'm going to attempt a glitch on the next boss that's very difficult, and I have a very low success rate of it. But the fight is easily recoverable if I do it wrong, so it's not like a run killer. I'll just like lose a minute recovering it. So there's no harm trying to go for it. But for part of it requires Porum to die. So, and Palom cannot guaranteed one-shot Porum with a Fire 1. So you ideally want Porum to take damage on the way up. In fact, if you get to the last encounter and you haven't had any surprise attacks or back attacks, you could even take a few seconds and have Cecil whack her once with his sword. Maybe I should use better words to describe that. But what's done is done. Looks like only 2 encounters on the way up the mountain. Like, apart from the ones that we've already had. I say 2 encounters. Like, it depends on whether you include running into an old man halfway up the mountain as an encounter. Pow. Kids just beating up kids. Although Palom, for all of his childishness, has a very salient point coming up in just about a second here. Porum tells them to hush so they can talk. And here we go. Grown-ups. They like trouble. Preach. Preach, Palom. Freaking grown-ups. They're the worst. Anyway, Tella joins us for a bit. An undisclosed amount of time. And up the mountain we go. Alright, hit Porum. If you're gonna waste all my time like this. I want I'm begging you for complications. Alright, so Porum is definitely in range. We just have to, you know, not accidentally heal her up when we're healing up everybody else. Alright, menu time. Good. Good job, me. Not accidentally. I was really careful not to heal her up. And we're gonna give her the tiara that we took off of Rydia for no reason. Give Palom the change rod that we took from Mist Village. Alright. And yeah, I'll probably go a bit quiet here. If you hear me start talking before Mylon dies, then that means I screwed it up. Which is, again, very likely. Oh, gosh. Yeah, okay, we screwed it up. That's fine. There's like a 6-frame window to get that run buffer for Porum. There's a pause buffer that you can use, but I'm no good at it. So, that's okay. We will revert back to... Oops, not Porum. I meant to use that on Palom. Well, you can do that next turn. That's fine. There we go. Good, double flare. Oh, my body. Alright, cool. So Mylon is totally dead, and we'll never see him again. So thank goodness for that. We'll heal everybody up. Switch these two around, and hold on a second. What the frick? And we threw Mylon Z in the trash. It's like, what? You beat me twice. So that is a glitch that I can't even begin to try to explain. So I won't. Just know that if I had done the glitch correctly on Mylon, I would have thrown a carrot at him and killed him pretty much the same way. But instead I had to kill him the normal way with, you know, actual standard attacks and stuff. Such is life. And now we change into a different Cecil, but the old Cecil is still here. And we're like, hang on, I got this. The game gives us a nifty new sword, and we just immediately unequip it. There we go. Yes, not Mylon Z. Or not Mylon dead, Mylon Z. Alright, cool. And now about an hour and 2.5 minutes into the run, we're the good guys! Hooray! We're not the bad guys anymore. We've come to grips with the fact that we used to be the bad guys, but we've changed our hair, and now we're totally the good guys. Oh, also, Tella learned some spell called Meteo? I don't know what that is. So the one bummer about Cecil here is that he's level 1 now. Because he's starting over. It just means that we are at the risk of having a variety of like back attacks and whatnot. Like slightly more of a risk than usual. It's true. His HP is pretty good for a level 1. Pretty good. And during the cutscene when we were at the bottom of the mountain, after Palom got rid of the wall of fire, which I don't know whose idea of a security system was just to put like a wall of an element up in the way. But, you know, nice emote. But they cut away to Kane and Galbez, and Kane's like, let me deal with this Cecil guy that's causing us so much trouble. And Galbez is like, no, I'm gonna send one of my fiends after him instead. Yo, Solid Frog, thanks for the good luck. Hope you're doing well. And so that Mylon is one of the fiends. In other versions of the game, he's called Scarmiglione, I think. That last syllable might not be there. That's okay. All right. We are back at Mysidia. And the old man who sent us away with 6-year-old spies is very surprised to see that we came back. And we brought our own old man. Boop, boop. And they're like, oh man, and you changed your hair? Have you heard about the prophecy about the guy who changes his hair? And so this is the prophecy. I think it's a prophecy about changing your hair. I haven't read it. So now the elder is like, okay, cool. Well, you were headed back to Baron, right? As it so happens, we have a teleporter in our town that takes you straight to Baron, so you should use that. And we're like, it takes you to the castle? They're like, well, it takes you to Baron, like the town of Baron. It's close enough, right? I'm like, yeah, I guess. We'll take what we can get. And they're like, take the kids with you. I'm like, what? I'm not their parent. And he's like, yeah, it's just, you just do it. And we're like, fine. All right. So now we come over here to the teleporter. A little flickery there, sorry about that. And now, I'm gonna take 3 extra steps. Okay. The one where the door was doesn't count as a step. Now then. Yes, the dangerous Serpent Road. And we go, hey, look, it's Yang. Let's go say hi. And he's like, get him! We're like, what the frick? Why does everybody hate us now? And Yang's like, dang it, I guess I'll have to do it myself. We're like, dude, you killed that kid. And he's like, I'll do it again. We'll kill your old man too. Like, stop it. And he's like, ouch. And he snaps out of it. Just in time too, because everybody else was dead. He's like, sorry about that. And we're like, nah, it's cool. Join our group. Let's walk through this kid. Bang. And the guy at the inn's like, oh, you can have a free room because you killed those 2 guards. Even though, like, the guy who was their boss is now in your group. Thanks, I guess. Oh, neat, man toast. I did not know that. Dante's Inferno is on that list of books that, like, everybody should read, but I will readily admit that I haven't. Alright, let's go. So we did a little bit of inventory management during the Yang and guards fight so that the Baron key would go to slot 1. And I need 10 of those and 10 of those. Now come here. And I need T, I, T. Helps me keep track of which ones I need there. And then we use the Baron key again there. Now we're in the underground. The underground passageway that connects Baron Town to Baron Castle. And at this point, we're gonna have a handful of encounters. And we're gonna hope that somebody hits Yang. And if they don't, we may just do it for them. 2 more encounters. Yang just has a little bit too much HP for the next boss, which might sound counterproductive, but it's not, trust me. Because we gotta do some experience funneling. Oh no, I took 2 extra steps. That stinks. I held down a little too soon. Hopefully that doesn't give me an extra encounter. That's the downside if we mess it up. Okay, I am going to... Oh, okay. Hit Yang. 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 Darn it. That's fine. Good. Alright, yeah, so we're just hoping that we don't get another encounter right here. Good. Oh wait, there's a whole other room. Yikes. Just no encounter, please. Good. Because that's what we don't want. We can get back on step and actually get our encounter sequences back, provided there isn't just an extra encounter somewhere along the way because we took 2 extra steps. So as long as we can make it to the next part where we take optional steps and just take 2 less, then we should be good. Okay, so need to life on Porum. And now we're gonna do some fun stuff here where I want to heal up Porum. And I want to underflow Tella's MP. No 64 means we can't use the 64 door glitch or the 64 floor glitch, depending on who refers to it. Essentially, there is a no credit warp category that you can use. Once you get 2 hours into the run, you can basically just kind of glitch out of bounds under the bottom floor of the available maps in the game, and just kind of warp around to the end of the game. No 64 requires you to play the last hour. And Porum, for no reason at all, give me that tiara, please. Okay. And now Bygone, who was the guy who was with the king when we got fired in the first place. He's like, hey, there's some stuff going on. I'm your friend, let's join up. And Palom and Porum are like, you can't have 6 people in a party. This is clearly a trap. And they're right. Well, that's not good. I mean, it's fine, but... The important part here is that we kill all of them before the meteor goes off. Oh, I even got my turn back. Nice. Bit of inventory management there. Yes, we are indeed letting bygones be bygones. So this is an experience funnel fight where we need Tella alive to cast the meteor, but we don't want anyone else alive because Cecil really needs experience. And the kids are like, dude, remember what we said about the 6-person party thing? Yeah, I know. So now we bring Yang back up. Okay. And I think it's just that, right? Yeah. Alright. Now we're gonna talk to the king. We're like, yo, king, Bygone was really messed up. And he's like, you wanna see messed up? I'm like, ah, crap, it's the second fiend. And Tella learned a whole bunch of spells, you know, like we were using like Lit 1 before at Octomam. Oops. What was I supposed to do on this one? Oh, right, move that up, yeah. It's like I forgot what my menu was supposed to be. Alright, we're good. 10 years. My goodness. I've been a member of RGLTV for 7 years. I believe it was like the start of 2018. It's been a hoot this whole time. Alright, and Sid's like, you scoundrel! And he's like, oh, I was here to confront Bygone and the king, and we're like, yeah, we took care of him. Oh. Well, I have an airship. You want to see my airship? And the kid's like, whoa, the 6-person party thing, we can't do that. And Sid's like, just what are you even talking about? Come on, let me show you the airship. Yang, what do you think? Like, I mean, we do need an airship. Maybe the 6-person party thing isn't real. And he's like, there, exactly, now you're talking sense, let's go. And the kid's like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And the kids are like, we freaking told you. You can't have 6 people in a party. Alright, do you want to stop it or me? Oh, I will. No, I got this. No, I got this. No, you're gonna do it, right? No, I'll do it. Well, let's just both do it. Okay? Alright. And then suddenly we're down to 4. Bit overkill, really. So now, here's a little fun fact. So Tella tries to cast heal on them right here. And a lot of people think that the next text box where it says it doesn't work because they cast stone on themselves of their own will is the reason, but that's not the reason. I'm happy to reveal that because we underflowed Tella's MP, so that his MP is all janked and stuff, and he can cast Meteo and whatnot, he can't actually cast spells out of a menu, like outside of combat, until we throw an ether on him. So that's why the heal didn't work. It would have worked, they would have been fine. But because we glitched out his MP, he couldn't do it. And he's very confused. And he just assumes, oh, it must be because they were noble and all that crap. That's not what happened. His MP's glitched. He can't hurt a fly right now. Alright. So, we are almost there for getting back on step route. I really just I have to take one step in the overworld, One step. If I can manage to take this one step in the overworld and have us not get an encounter, I can fix it. If we get the encounter, then it's not quite fixed. Indeed, yeah. I mean, Mecha, things got to be done. We got to get the heck out of here before people find us. And Kane's like, I know. We're gonna make you take the next crystal if you want to see Rosa again. What a jerk. Yeah, we got found real quick. We tried to make a break for it. It did not work. Alright, so now, I'm gonna fly up here. Come on, no encounter. Please, no encounter. Oh, perfect. Perfect landing. Yes. Okay, we're back. We're back. Alright, I need to take one extra step. There. Instead of the 3 extra steps. We should be fine now. That should have fixed it entirely. So we're back on the right number of steps, and we still have the same number of encounters. Yeah, we are so back. Oh, and we find Edward, by the way. And he's like, you gotta kill that dark elf, man. Alright. So now we want to get out of here in a jiffy, but we can't because his MP is glitched, so we'll fix it. Jiffy, please. And we out. Now we're gonna head up toward the Dark Elf Cave. Cave Magnus, as they call it. Encounter strings looked right, as they should. Come here. Gotta get a black chocobo to fly over everything but mountains and park right there. Safety save, and in we go. So, Magnet Cave immediately makes anybody who has metallic equipment become paralyzed. Which is not good, because 3 out of our 4 party members have metallic things equipped. So the only reason that we're not instantly dying is because of Sid. Excuse me. Also, how's it going, Uno Squid? Hope I didn't miss anybody else. Apologies, trying to keep track of like encounters and stuff, and inventory, and goodness knows what else. I mean, I guess I should know what else, but you know, whatever. All right, so step root stuff. We're gonna walk in here and just go 1, 2, just 2 extra steps. Good. Alright. Just don't kill Sid, please. Okay. I think we'll be okay because they didn't all attack him. Yeah. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so we need to do, this is a menu that I just gotta go 1 to 3, 2 to 3, change 4 to 5. We're gonna give Sid a headband and we're gonna give him some iron inexplicably. And we're just gonna go right up to the Dark Elf and we're gonna be like, he's like, you can't use metal stuff. I'm like, oh yeah? I'm like, oh right. Crap. And Ed's like, oh, they're in trouble. I forgot to tell them the Dark Elf's weakness is music. Or no, it's not that he forgot. He gave us the twin harp. This is the other one of the twin harp. So he's gonna now play the twin harp and the music will come through our bag, I guess. I assume we have a bag where we hold stuff. So like, it's like having a radio in your pocket or like your phone's ringing in your bag. And like the Dark Elf was like, what the heck is that sound? And he accidentally like full heals all of us. All right. There's one specific run buffer in here that I have to make sure that I hit, and I'll reduce the chances of this run getting really hecked up here. That one right there holds the Dark Elf off just a little bit. Okay, Dark Elf is dead. When it changes phases, it's not immune to weak anymore. Whoopsie doozy. And we got the crystal. Hooray. Now we're gonna leave. You can just leave. He'll return the chocobo. Which he couldn't fly over mountains when we were riding him, but when he's returning, then he can fly over mountains all of a sudden. So inconsistent. And I'll just take a standard yellow, please. And we're gonna go back. Here. And, oh, you know what? I've got some steps to take here, don't I? 5 extra, okay. 4, 5, okay. And they're like, oh my gosh, the crystal, you got it, no way. And we're like, yeah, we did it. And like, oh, I forgot that we're supposed to give it to Cain. All right. Let's get this over with. Now, I am going to attempt to be careful here. I'm going to step onto the ship, but I'm going to save first. This is my only chance to save before going to the next section where I can't save, and there's a couple of boss fights. And we're like, here's the crystal, and he's like, come with me. where are we going? It's a surprise. I'm like, what is this freaking place? And he's like, surprise. See, look, surprise. Did I tell you it was a surprise, or did I tell you it was a surprise? All right, we got one more encounter until the next one that we actually want to take. Uh-huh. Nice. Thanks. Thanks, I guess. That's okay. Menu, menu, menu. Menu. Alright. Tella needs to come back up. And top off these two. And yeah. Monsters. Mm-hmm. Setting up a duplication for this fire sword. And we will finish the duplication on that fire sword there, and then equip the dagger again. And we're gonna glitch out Tella's MP one more time. Now we're walking. That's no fun. Yeah. That's no fun at all. The cool thing is that his MP is still glitched. Oh my gosh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. I think that is the last encounter before the next boss. Yeah, looks like it. Or no, there might be one more. I think it's that same encounter one more time. Well, we weren't surprised that time, so that's good. Okay, cool. Makes my life a bit easier. Just waiting for the meteor here. Alright. Mega Sisters are down. And this is the most important part of the run. And the reason it's the most important part of the run is that it's my only chance to go pee. Aha, I made it back. Just in time. Golbez laughs at Cecil and throws him across the room with it. Golbez is confused about Cecil for some reason. He thinks he recognizes him, but not with the hair. Tella is for real dead, like cutscene dead. I'm absolutely voting for Gilded Parakeets. There's a poll right now. If you want to tell us what GP stands for. Also, we're going to wake up Kane. And Kane's like, whoa, Cecil, I like your hair. Hey, do you want to see this cool marble? I'm like, sure. Can you show it to me? He's like, yeah, it's right here. Come here. And he's like, look at this thing. I'm like, whoa, what a cool marble. Hey, Rosa, come look at it. Ah, this reminds me of Marble Madness. She's like, Marble Madness, that's my favorite. And she gives me a big hug. Oh boy, getting cozy. And Kane's like, I'm sorry for all that stuff I did. I'll totally never do it again. And I'm like, dude, it's been nothing but traumatic experiences this whole time. So, don't worry about it. Let's just group up and get the heck out of here. What do you say? He's like, all right, I guess. Menu time. Very important. Oops. So we're going to give him one of the fire swords, a headband, and a karate. And we're going to give Rosa a Gaia helm, and a karate, and a silver. We're going to revive our 2 dead compatriots. But we're not going to heal them up to top. We are going to heal Cecil up to top. And the reason for that is because since he is a paladin, he will auto-defend people in critical HP. So as long as we keep his HP up, that's what counts. So, this fight goes pretty well to script as long as Cecil is not the one that gets, Was I not supposed to? Oh, I was supposed to cover Rosa. That's right. That's fine. No, cover Rosa. It's fine. We'll just do them out of order. We'll do a little less damage. Double slow on Valvolus. Yeah, it was a little slow, so... because of incorrect menus. That's okay. That doesn't really do anything, so... There we go. Indeed, Dancing Dagger's still doing the thing. Valvolus, my queen. I'm with you, Toad. I'm with you all the way. She was like, you know, we could have gotten along. We could have been friends. But you had to try to look at the marble, didn't you? Alright, and we're out of here. And Rosa apparently has a spell that lets you take the entire party back to Cecil's bedroom. I'm sure she's never used that spell before in her life. Not sus at all. And Kane's like, hey, did you know there are dark crystals too? I'm like, what? There's no dark world. What are you talking about? I'm like, how are we gonna get around anyway? And Sid's like, oh, I have a remote control for the airship and I brought it here. Like, man, that thing is useful. And then we all sleep in Cecil's bed together. Again, not sus. It's all good. So now we shall investigate this so-called dark world. And you have Polycule Fantasy 4. You love to see it. The game is very modern in that way, and that's actually really encouraging, truth be told. So I believe Kane gave us a magma key. I don't know where he got it from, but oops, we dropped it. Yeah, as a mini fridge. Hank Hill? What? What in the hell? Alright, well, we dropped a key down the well, and then we heard this massive explosion, but I'm sure that wasn't because of us. Hey, did you see this big hole in the mountain now? Whoa! Cutscene driving. Like, oh god, the Red Wings are here too? What the frick? These dudes are everywhere. So we got caught in the crossfire between the dwarven tanks and the Red Wings. And Sid doesn't have a button that he can press to fix that right away. So we're kind of stuck for a little bit. But everybody's alive. And that's good. So 1 to 2, 1 to 4. Safety save, baby. It's at this point that we would absolutely begin doing the 64 door glitch, if that's what category we were doing. But it would fail miserably because we haven't parked specific things in specific locations across the world. And we didn't keep track of the specific amount of money that we had, and we don't have, like, a whole bunch of extra random stuff in our inventory, so it would fail. So we gotta do it the normal way. Now, Rivers McCown really likes the Mycidia music, and it is S tier. But you know what other music is S tier? This Dolls fight. So get ready for my favorite song in the game. The dwarves freaking locked us in. Oh, the dolls. Very specific fight. Have to kill each of the last dolls of each color at roughly the same time. Thank you, Sir Phobos, for the big headbang. Alright, that's good. That one will die with both kicks, probably. No, you're good, Sir Phobos, you're good. Good. That one did die. And that one's dead. Just gonna weaken that one a little bit. Jump it. Wait for him to get in the air. And dagger. Nice. Good dolls fight. Yeah, it does work pretty well, doesn't it? Alright, dolls dead. Now, we gotta get Kane in the air here. As Golbez appears and he's like, alright, you know what, I'm sick of your crap. of that. Get rid of that. Alright. There's some time that we take here to do some inventory management while he's talking. 700, 20, 300, 3100. Hooray! And Golbez dies immediately, and we don't even get to see who helped us. Although for some reason, Rydia gained a level. Don't know how. She's not even here. Oh wait, there she is. Hooray, Rydia's back. And this creepy Golbez hand that moves slow as heck completely confounds us. And we finally move just in time to see the crystal get into sight so that the glove can take it. And we're like, ah, oh, he took the crystal. What the frick? That's not good. Well, now what are we gonna do? All right, well, we need a plan. Let's think about this. Huddle up. Well, let's retrace our steps, Rydia says. So we do what Rydia says, and we retrace our steps. We go back into the chamber, and we're like, wait a second, the crystal's still there. Huh? How does that work? You gotta watch my steps here. Take 2 extra steps here. I go in there. Grab the dwarf axe. We're gonna take 1 extra step there. Strength ring and elixir. And we're gonna do some shopping. Just a little bit. We need, what is it? We need 1 wizard robe and 10 runes. And now, we need to give Cecil the dwarf axe. Give Cain the strength ring. And then Rydia gets change rod. The tiara that's been passed around so much. It was her tiara at first, really. She's like, oh good, I get it back. Nice. And swap Cecil and Rosa. And that's it. And we take 1 extra step there. Take 2 extra steps here by, what is it? We want to step on there and there, yeah. Okay, cool. And we take 2 extra steps here by going like that. Dude, watch it. And now we're in the Dark World. So, the dwarf axe is a heck of a thing because it has this neat effect because it lowers Cecil's agility, which is exactly what we need for a time like this, because it seems like the agility of other monsters is tied directly to his in some way that I don't completely understand. But basically it gives us the superpower of being able to run away from most of these encounters pretty easily. Okay. And now... safety save. Because we are not proud. And flame dogs. Yep, good, okay. Everything seems to be okay. Again, we still appear to be on step route, which is good. And that's the power of the dwarf axe right there. Is that even on a back attack, we can still scoot away. And we are gonna grab the cat claw. So during the end of the Dark Elf fight, there was a little menu that I did with Yang before he dealt the killing blow to the Dark Elf, and that was actually setting up an item duplication in his offhand. And that's just been chilling there this whole time. So now that we've picked up the Cat Claw is an amazing weapon. It has really good agility and stuff. That helps us get away from monsters and whatnot. So we need it, we love it, we want it in our lives. But we want more than one of them, so we will see to it that that happens. Welcome in, Crick Kraken. How you doing? Alright, so we're gonna do a menu here. And this menu is... we're gonna cure up everybody except Rosa. And Yang, who has a 5 in his left hand, is gonna dupe that cat claw. So now there's like black box 5 cat claws in our inventory. And I've got some pretty tight attacks that I've got to go through here for the early stages here. Grrr. It's the question on all of our minds. Yeah, we gotta get going. We gotta attack. Hopefully I wasn't too slow with my menus here. Good. Okay. That's fight 1. Now he's getting mad. And Cecil will not get his turn off before, so he's gonna be here on life duty for this laser. Yep, always. Always Rydia. Okay, yeah, she's fully healed. That's good. Couldn't take the risk of her dying. And the laser doesn't hurt nearly as much because Luge is getting lower on health. It's just the fight's gonna take a little bit longer. There we go. Alright, and Dr. Luge is down. Hooray! Take that tower key, thank you very much. Okay. And now we're like, okay, let's leave. Let's get out of here. Of course, I think I missed a menu, but we didn't get hurt that fight, so that's fine. Yang needs a second cat claw. We do want to heal the party up to full, including reviving Rosa this time. And inexplicably healing Yang up to full. Oh, and swap Rosa and Cecil. There we go. Okay. Fine, fine, fine. Everything's fine. Now then. Going downstairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Still on step route, which is good. You love to see it. Alright. So now we're gonna try to bust up the computer here. We did some inventory management, so the tower key goes in the top slot right away, and we don't have to menu to it. Like, don't have to menu far, we can just mash through. And these dark imps are like, we will stop you. And we're like, well, we're not really sure about that. Ow. All right. And we're like, oh, they're gonna ruin everything. And Yang's like, I got this. I'm like, what? He's like, I got this. Like, again, the same power that Tela had to shove Cecil, Dark Knight Cecil, out of the way with one hand. Yang, who's already very strong, uses that power to push an entire party out of the doorway. And we're like, oh no. Anyway. And now without, without Yang and his double cat claws, it becomes harder to run away from enemies again. But we can run away from an egg. And another egg. But this one surprised us. Maybe it was the same one. It just was kind of like rolling after us, and we're like, it scared us. That is the last encounter in here, which is good. Right? I mean, it is quite surprising. I was so surprised. Were you surprised? I was surprised. All right. So now we're leaving, and of course, Golbez is just like, man, I have had enough of your crap. I'm like, didn't we just kill you? And he's like, nah, I'm fine. But you know who's not fine? You! And Sid saves the day as he's like blowing up the bottom of the tower. But then, of course, the Red Wings are still chasing us to the ends of the dark world. Like, literally. Looks like we're both gonna blow up right before the scene fades because we're hitting the edges of the map. And Sid's like, I got a plan. You go to where the hole was, or the hole is, and I'm gonna jump out and throw some dynamite or whatever to make the hole fill back in with rubble, and that'll keep them away from you. He's like, deuces. Go to Baron. Like, take this, Golbez. Like, man, that dude is hardcore. We all must look at our shoes because of how hardcore he is. Well, he said go to Baron. I guess we better go. Don't hold up. It's important that you don't, like, buffer and up press there. If you buffer and up press as you're landing, you will walk over the castle and not into it. Which, under normal circumstances, is just funny, but when you're on step route, it sucks. Because it costs you steps to get into the castle. So somehow, Sid was communicating with these guys, and they knew that what we really needed was a hook on the bottom of the airship, so that we could go and get our hovercraft. Which is exactly where we left it, at Mount Hobbs, like an hour and a half ago. 'Cause the hook brings you back. Let me go grab my harmonica real quick. So now, over here. Yoink. Drop it there. Nah, I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Tell me it doesn't make sense. Look me in the eye. Oh wait, I don't have my camera on. Safety save, and in we go to the Eblin Cave. I'm just checking for step route steps here. Despite the fact that it's a cave where we can get encounters, we can also buy things. One ice brand. Okay, so I always screw this up. It says take 12 extra steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think that's what it means. I constantly lose step route at this specific section. Like, just slightly, because it's just like the steps are really unclear to me there at times. But hey, a surprise attack, isn't that lovely? And we're going up. Well, first we're getting that encounter, which is good. In here, go 1, 2, couple extra steps. I'm like, whoa, who's that guy? Was it flame? I will show you how. Blast you! And we're like, dude, are you okay? Here, hold on. Rosa, can you heal this guy up? And she's like, sure. Cure 2. Yes, was it leg? And he's like, oh, thanks, Toots. All right, men, let's go. And again, just the misogyny, just so blatant. Anyway, this dude needs some cat claws. So let's cat claw him up. We are still on step, I could tell that right away. We are not watching Edge walk around. We'll watch Rydia walk around. She's way more important than Edge. Alright, so to make sure, before I go in this next door, to take 20 extra steps for the step route. Alright. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8. And that's why. I want that encounter here. For reasons. Trust the system. And we go right. We get an egg. Cat Claw's doing work. Even on back attacks, we can still get away. Far door. Okay, so menu. Cecil needs the ice brand. That's what it says there, right? Yep. Okay. And do I have to do anything else before this fight? I don't think so. So, Edge's parents are like, let us take you to the dark world. And he's like, what the heck? Oh, down to the Hades! Oops. Nice equip. And swap those. Thunder for elixir. Cat Claw gets ditched. Fire Sword gets ditched. Other Fire Sword gets ditched. Oh, we're all out of room. Crap. And Leather gets ditched as best it can. Life Dancing, Gaia. Elixir, open, cure, dwarf, heal. Ether, silver, thunder, wizard rune, karate, empty. Yep, okay, we're good. Yes, not just any Hades. The Hades. Okay, most important thing here, first and foremost, is Battle Speed 2. Ruby is very fast, and we are very much speedrunning and therefore not really that powerful when it comes to him. There are some really tight run buffers here, so I'm not gonna talk. Edge. Learn special powers. Battle speed 2. Because of trauma. Wait on Cecil to see who dies. He dies. So, he does nothing. Ooh. Alright, nice. Very good Ruby fight. God of legs. Very, very nice. Could not have asked for more. And now Edge's staff appears. And they're like, Your Highness! And he's like, I'm kind of important around here. And he's like, ready the ship. This guy's like, what are you talking about? Trust me, it's fine. Also, battle speed 1. Let's take a look at these dark crystals. What the? Oh, man. He was probably joking about that whole airship thing anyway. Anyway, let's try to get out of here, okay? What? That's right. He does have an airship. I will be darned. Okay. Now, 8 extra steps here. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Cutscene. And we're like, Sid, no way, you're okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. A little bit of dynamite never hurt anybody. We're like, Sid, I don't think that's how it works. Seriously though, I'm good. Literally, he hops over beds and they're like, dude, you need to rest. And he's like, I am Sid from the Final Fantasy series. I need none of that. He's like, Edge, can you please do some work and stop talking to people? You're really annoying. Fine, I'll show you how to work. I'll do the working thing. Looks like we're all set. And he's like, oh, you know what? All those repairs really did take a lot out of me. Bye, everybody. Like, wait, what? I think, oh, he meant bye like he's going to sleep. Oh, okay. Dwarfax. We're gonna unequip the strength ring for absolutely no reason. No, not. Wrong. that's where exit is on Tella. Slightly different. Alright. So that lets us fly over this junk. The magma. The liquid hot magma. Alright, sealed cave time. Time to fight some doors and stuff. What? Freaking Kane. What a jerk. He stole my crystal. Dude, he betrayed us again. And then Edge goes, oh my. And then we walk out, right? Yeah, walk out, and then we fly back. And we're like, you're never gonna believe this. So remember that crystal that we shouldn't have had? Yeah, Kane freaking took it. And he's like, no, it's fine. King's like, don't worry. I got you because it's time for you to go up. And we're like, oh, back to the surface? He's like, better! We woke up your engineer who's just doing nothing. I'm like, what are you talking about? He made this thing magma resistant. Like, well, yeah, well, now he needs to put a big freaking drill on it. Like, he's really tired, though. You really shouldn't overwork him. He's like, they're like, you gotta go to the moon. We're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, just let him put the drill on. Stop asking stupid questions. I was like, I wasn't asking questions. I was just saying I don't know what you're talking about. Shoving match, and Sid is stronger than Edge. Sid in his weakened state is still stronger than the ridiculous Edge. Everything's good. Like, hey, we're good. I think we're good. Let me just check one more thing real quick, okay? Right? You good? Okay. Ugh, I passed out. And he's back in bed. Sorry about passing out, but I think we're finally ready to go. Do the drill thing like they said. I put the drill on there. Go to the moon or whatever the heck he was talking about. Okay, fine. So we go see the elder. Boop, boop. And he reads me this thing again. Still haven't bothered to read it yet. I don't know what it means. That's true. Yeah, our ratio of holding on to them greatly increases with that strategy. I like that strategy. Is it Leviathan again? Oh, no, it's the big whale. It's from the moon. From the moon? You mean to tell me that people came down here from the moon? Why would you come here if you're on the moon? The moon seems way cooler. Let's check it out. Here we go. Whoa! Yeah, return to sender. I don't see proper postage on this. Your surprise does not fool me. Not interested. Nope, couldn't care less. All right, Lunarian stuff. More backstory. Apparently we're from the moon too. Cecil's from the moon. And yeah, it's a big deal. Anyway, let's go back. Go back to the planet. It is in peril. We need this moon man to help. Although we're also a moon man, so, you know. Moon men to help. Yeah, I guess. No, wrong category. All right, we are still on step route here. Which means that my opportunity to safety save is actually on the moon's surface. Because we're not going to get a chance to land. We will not get the chance to land down here. From the enormous tower comes a very small robot. I mean, it's, you know, it's big, but I don't know, the tower kind of dwarfs it, so you feel like maybe it should be bigger than this. And so we drilled the hole through the earth, or through the ground, to open up the hole between the light and the dark world. And somehow they, like, I don't know, like lifted the tanks up through the hole. Like they must have spent the entire time we were away using airships to lift those tanks. And also Yang's okay. And Sid's okay again. And Palom and Porum are okay again. What the frick? And Edward's fine. And Tella's still dead. They're like, who's this old man? And we're like, from the moon, don't worry about it. You sure? Like, yeah, he's cool. Don't worry about it. Cecil, should we trust your judgment on new people? Yeah, new people's fine. It's the old people, like Kane, that we gotta worry about. Okay, one extra step. We're doing that. Okay. Yeah, KD, banger time. Yo, DXB Lord, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to the RGLTV community. Fuso, yeah, enjoy that emote. Or that emote, that gift sub, and all the emotes and stuff. Really do appreciate the support. this way, right? Yep, yep. Let me go right here. Just making sure I don't lose step at this particularly critical moment. Because that would be bad. Alright, big menu time. We need to do the following. Battle Speed 2. Underflow Fusoya while healing the party to full. Ether 1 on Edge. Fusoya ditches the lunar staff and puts on a Gaia helm. Oh, and a rune, and a rune. Give him, you know, respect, credit where credit's due. Give him the rune. Rosa takes the lunar staff and the wizard helm and the wizard robe and a rune. Cecil gets a dagger. Rydia gets a dagger. You know, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 2 to 5. I think I do have an encounter first that is not the encounter that I want. Ah, yes, because, okay. That's very silly of me. That's okay, we will heal him up there. It was poor planning on my part. There was one more encounter to skip. That's okay. Okay. Here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Two HP. He misses. Good stuff. So we kill 18 dragons, and then we kill everybody in the party except for Rosa. She gets 771,000 experience and levels up all the way to level 48. And at the end of all the leveling up, she learns the spell White. We don't want that stuff. Alright, so menu time. Rearrange some of her spells here. Give Cecil the Dwarf Axe back. Swap them like that. Battle speed 1. Looks like all I need to do. Just despite the fact that everybody's dead and Rosa is nearly dead. Rubicant wants a fair fight, as always. Now they're like, you're gonna fight all of us. We're like, if you insist. It's a bad damage roll. Mm-hmm. And Ruby's like, alright, that's enough of that. Enough of that nonsense. I will not just stand idly by. While you do all this to my buddy. And we're like, alright, fine. We'll kill you then. So the way that works is that, you know, for those of you that are familiar with the elements fight, they're supposed to toggle between elements. But they only do that after 3 direct attacks. So if you keep bouncing attacks off of somebody, then they never switch. Heal everybody up, and then give Edge his cat claw back. Even though he's dead. Okay. Hooray, CPU's dead. All right. So those 2 fights, I don't think they should be as dicey as they feel, but you really just can't make a single wrong move. The elements fight in particular should be relatively straightforward, but it's always a bit scary when my menuing was slow enough that Fusoya didn't get that Ice 3 off on Ruby until after Fire 2, Fire 3, and Glare, which just meant that my menuing was really slow. Realistically, we shouldn't even see Ruby, but if we get bad damage rolls, which we did, the Cure 4s in particular were quite awful, then yeah, that happens. And then CPU, just like the window is pretty tight. I just gotta make sure that I'm getting my spells off before the Globe 199, or Globe 99s come out, or whatever it's called, like the one-shots. And Kane's okay again. Kane's like, let's get out of here before it blows up. Because, like, we apparently weren't thinking about the fact that it was blowing up. Go figure. So we're like, Kane, what the heck is going on? He's like, I'm sorry. Seriously, it won't happen again. Like, really? Like, again? Trust me, I got this. And now Cecil is doing the full massage. And in this case, massage, we mean misogyny. Where he's like, all right, we gotta go to the moon because that's where the evil is, but you girls can't come. And Edge is like, right on, brother. And Kane's like, I don't think this is a good idea. And Cecil's like, shut up, Kane. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't make me kick you out, too. Yeah, even though they literally carry us the whole time. They're like, nope, get the heck out of here. And we're like, all right, we're on the moon, men. Let's go. Let's do the What? She's like, you are ridiculous. We carry your ass. And he's like, yeah, you right. And she's like, I'm coming along too. Make sure to go to the correct console. We just want to fly on the moon. Just over here. We don't want to accidentally go back. Go back to the planet. Don't touch the crystal. Don't touch it. Alright. And remember that moonwalk we did? Well, we gotta do it again. We're doing it again. We're doing it live. Yep. Alright, where can we do this? Alright. Just one of these encounters we have to do that, which is a setup for duping the Gungnir. Everything's going really well. So, also hope you're doing well, JP. We are gonna do the save right here. It's time to go to the final dungeon. A little bit of flashiness here coming up for you, so just beware. Alright. Now then. I saved on the surface because we're still on step. I don't want to go off step to take the last possible save spot, which is what I was considering doing for a marathon setting. But feeling good, don't want to lose the step route, so we're gonna do the thing. Where we just heckin' go for it. Because the cool thing about step route is that the step route, apart from making sure you get that grind fight nice and early in the giant, it also gives you the most favorable encounters that it can. on this descent. That's its job. Because there are some gnarly encounters that would oblige you to have to continuously stop and revive people, because you can't run immediately from everything down here. So it tries its best to keep you away from encounters like that. Now, one more item pickup. Get white-shirted. So we walk past the last save. We're not doing it. So you get down here and they get turns. And there's nothing you can do about it. They will get turns. I asked for tips. It's just like, hold L and R as soon as you possibly can. Yeah, I don't want to lose step route, OJ. I'm still on step, which makes all these encounters good. So one difference between, like, the one big difference that I do compared to like the step route notes that are given to that I'm using here is that they use the ninja star that's in a treasure chest in the next room, and I opt to dupe the Gungnir instead, because the Gungnir, when darted, does a little bit more damage. But I don't want to ruin my step route. And I'm not smart enough to know if not taking those 4 steps makes a big difference or not. So, just to be safe, I go like that. Because it's routed in that you take those steps. I don't think it matters. I think I'm wasting like a second and a half there. But we are getting down to it, friends. That is the last encounter. That's it. No more encounters. She needs the white shirt. Edge needs a karate shirt. Kane needs to finish the Gungnir dupe. And he needs a black belt. And the strength ring. And then we go 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. And then also what do I need to do here? Oh, my inventory is not full. Okay, I thought it was full. I thought I was gonna have to take the menu of shame. But I don't. Alright. Alright, there definitely are encounters on that floor. So again, it's just, if you have a step route and you're on it, you just follow it. Simple as. Don't ask questions. Okay. Silly. So Zeramus, it's a 2-phase fight that we intend to skip the second phase of. If we see the second phase, we're dead. If I mess up, if a menu a little too slow or at the wrong time, we're also dead. I'm gonna try to count the damage that I'm doing with a spreadsheet as I go. Because if I deal too much damage with direct attacks, we're dead. Right on. There are 2 different strats that you can do. There is a safer one, and there's a less safe one. Weirdly enough, if the wrong person gets weaked, then you have to do the less safe one. And because my D-Rust was kind of limited, I've only really practiced the less safe one. And we're talking percentages here where, like, the safer one has like a 90-some-odd chance of doing enough damage, whereas the less safe one has like an 85% chance of doing enough damage or something like that. So it's not, we're not talking like, you know, nonsense like that. Right? It's just like, good job, guys. Credits. Roll credits. And my PB finished now, but that's okay. The fact that I'm down here getting ready to fight Zeramus is pretty darn cool that I'm only that far behind my PB so far. Oof. Oof size large. So yeah, so the key is that Zeramus in Phase 1 has 61,000 hit points. If you bring Zeramus below 16,000 hit points with a direct hit that doesn't kill it, it refills back to full and Phase 2 starts and it nukes the crap out of you. So the goal is to only hit it with indirect damage from slightly above 16,000 and below. Only at the very end hitting it with a direct white for the kill. You have to pay close attention to the amount of damage that we're doing. Also shout outs to Rivers McCown, who, not only being the world record holder, also figured out that you save roughly 11 seconds during this section simply by holding L and R. The game lags horribly with the parallax scrolling, but like it's like the parallax scrolling in concert with your party members' near fatal animations, and the running animations don't lag the game as much. Alright, the most important part of this fight is the very first input. Cecil gets his turn first, and it's just got to be a clean up A to get into the item menu, and it's got to be fast. If it's not fast enough, then Zeromus gets an extra turn, and it really does mess with things. Oh yeah, Lyra, appreciate that. Yeah, photosensitivity all over the shop with all the flashing. Not just these flashes for the heal-ups, but it gets worse when Zeromus casts Big Bang. So just, you know, do your best for self-care. There's lots of flashing coming up for this fight. Up A. There's Arcane. Good. Okay. Fight string here is dart, parry, white, parry, dart. $20. 20, 21. Gotta do the backup fight anyway. $18. 18, 26. $22. 27. 18. 5, 22, 20, 22, 20. We'll call that one a 21. $27, 22. 14. He's going to do one attack. Let me see a virus, please. Now we just hope we did the math right. Did we do the math right? Did we menu fast enough? You or me? Which one of us dies? You die. And we win. And that's the Zeromus fight. Either you kill it, or it kills you on the very next turn. Whew. Intense. So yeah, basically I get down to Kain does 13 attacks during his Berserk phase. And then the Berserk wears off, and you have time for him to do 2 more attacks. But again, remember what we said at the beginning of the fight. If you do a direct hit on Zeromus that brings his health under 16,000, then it switches to phase 2, and his health resets to full. And by my, you know, rounded to the nearest 100 math, before his first of 2 turns, Zeromus was down to 19,700 health. And Kain can't hit for 3,700, so we're safe to do 1 attack, but we're not safe to do 2. So I did 1, and we did all the menuing correctly, so we bounced the first white off of Rosa's wall onto it, and then the last one can be direct because it's gotta kill. It's either gonna kill or he's gonna reset and he's gonna kill us. Whew. It's exhilarating. It really is. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the best I could hope for a marathon run where I'm still kind of rusty on the menus. We failed the carrot glitch, and that's it. Everything else went great. We didn't die. We never had to reset. We never lost step route. I mean, I took 2 extra steps at a time where it didn't hurt us. I didn't get an extra encounter, so I was able to undo those 2 steps at the next available opportunity. And yeah, we got it right back. We were good. Everything went really well. I'd have to check my own... Yeah, if I check my own run history here... Would you stop it? Don't give me an ad. Alright, I can stop mashing now because we're done. It's all cutscene and credits at this point. Yeah, okay, cool. 3:16:50 is my 3rd fastest run ever. So there you go. That was my 3rd best attempt. I have a 3:10, a 3:13, and now a 3:16. So yeah, thank you so much for the GGs. Thank you, J Machine, OJ Machine, Sir Phobos, Jason, KD, Kaio, Q, Lyra, Crickraken, Ant. Yeah, Jason. I mean, I'm very happy. Very, very happy, to say the least. Thanks for the GGs, J Fred. Well, I guess the D-Rust is over. And now I can work on... Sub 310 is my next goal. If I go to the speedrun.com board for Final Fantasy IV, any percent no 64 SNES, my 310 is good for 7th place. And I've got about like a minute and stuff, like a minute and change to try and catch 6th place, which is the legendary no cash, no cash. But yeah, realistically, like if I could cut 2.5 minutes off of my PB, I could get 4th, which would be amazing. I could pass No Cash, I could pass Penguinator, and I could pass El Magus, which would be ridiculous. I mean, passing any of them is ridiculous, but, you know, maybe we can do it. Just gotta tighten up the menuing a bit. And, not fail carrot. I believe it. I believe we can do it. But yeah. I will check with the crew. Again, thank you so much. This is, a reminder, this is RGLove. We are raising money to try to keep the channel going strong. That is why we're here. So if you have anything that you are willing to contribute, that would be amazing.
We do appreciate any and all things that you have to do. I did see, I believe there was a Prime sub and a gifted sub during the run, so thank you again for those. That was wonderful. And yeah, we can just kind of enjoy the credits here a little bit. All right, and I've got word that we are ready to go on to the next run. Looks like Tribes Ascend is coming up, so stick around. There's more RGLove to go around. There's plenty for everyone. Thanks everybody so much for watching me. I've been Yelsraek. Enjoy the rest of the event.